Good morning, my students. So we'll be continuing with Act 3, Scene 2, when Portia gives a ring to Bassanio and says that once you get yourself separated from this ring, that will end of our relationship. Bassanio says, Madame, you have bereft me of all words. You have bereft me of all words. Bereft. It means to rob. He's saying that I'm speechless right now. I cannot speak. Only my blood speaks to you in my veins. Only my blood is boiling. Boiling not in sense of anger. I'm really passionate for you right now. And there is such confusion in my powers, as after some oration fairly spoke by a beloved prince, there doth appear among the buzzing pleased multitude, where every something being blent together turns to a wild of nothing save of joy. He's saying that I'm feeling like this, I'm so confused right now. My entire mind is not working. I'm feeling like a prince who delivered a beautiful speech. Oration means speaking. And after hearing that beautiful speech, the multitude, the crowd are in a state of confusion. Confusion not because they didn't understand the prince's speech, but because they were full of joy. Turns to a wild of nothing. They are totally confused. Save of joy, expressed and not expressed. They cannot express how joyous they were feeling, and they can express how in gratitude they were for the prince. But when this ring parts from this finger, when this ring parts from my finger, then parts life from hence. You can actually understand at that point of time that if this ring is not in my finger, then I'll be dead, I'll be gone, alright? Or then be bold to say Bassanio is dead. Then you could be bold enough to say that my husband is dead. Nerissa, my lord and lady, it is not our time that have stood by and seen our wishes prosper, to cry, good joy, my lord and lady. He's saying it is now our time to cry out of joy. We are also feeling so joyous for both of you. Gratiano, in the meantime, Gratiano has fallen in love with Nerissa. He also wants to get married to her. He requests Bassanio, my lord Bassanio and my gentle lady, I wish you all the joy that you can wish. I want to shower you with all the joy in the world. For I am sure you can wish none from me. I am sure you cannot wish for any more joy than I wish for you. Alright? And when your honors mean to solemnize, when the rituals of your marriage will be formalized. Solemnize means to get married formally. Here it means like that. To get married formally. When you will be married formally, the bargain of your faith, I do beseech you, even at that time I may be married too. And when you will be married formally, in the bargain of your faith, means when you will be married formally, in the bond of your love, I want to request you that I also want to get married. Bassanio, with all my heart, so thou canst get a wife. So thou canst get a wife, provided you can get a wife for yourself. Who's going to marry you? Gratiano, thank you, Lordship. You have got me one. Thanks to you, I've got a wife as well. My eyes, my Lord, can look as swift as yours. As you were looking around for your wife, my eyes were also moving swiftly. I also looked a wife for myself. That's Nerissa. You saw the mistress, you went for the lady. I beheld the maid, I went for the attendant. I fell in love with Nerissa. You loved, I loved. You fell in love, so did I. For intermission, no more pertains to me, my Lord, than you. For the act of waiting, no more appeals to me than it appeals to you. Your fortune stood upon the caskets there, my fortunes also stood upon the casket. Because if you win, I win too. For wooing here until I sweat again, and swearing till my very roof was dry. And trust me, he's saying that as you were wooing your lady, I was trying to woo my lady as well, and I was vouching for you. I was really praying for you till my mouth went dry. Roof here means mouth. My mouth went dry till I was shouting, cheering for you. With oaths of love at last, if promise last, I got a promise of despair one year. And at last, I got the promise of love made to me by this beautiful lady here, that's Nerissa. To have a love, I want to have a love, provided that your fortune achieved her mistress. But your fortune was my fortune. If you achieved the mistress, then only I could have gone for the maid. Portia, is this true, Nerissa? Madame, it is. You stand pleased with all. Yes, it is true. I hope you all are very happy. Bassanio, and do you, Gratiano, mean good faith? I hope you are in love with her in the sense of truth. Are you truly in love with her? Yes, faith, my lord, in good faith, yeah. Our feast shall be much honored in your marriage. The entire feast will become more grand. We'll also enjoy the feast. Graciano. We'll play with them the first boy for 1,000 tickets, and we're going to have a challenge. Who's going to have the first child as a boy? You and Portia, or me and Narissa? Okay. Narissa, what I'll stake down with your money down on the table, I'll bet. In the meantime, next speech by Graciano is not in your syllabus. Alright? You will understand the speech when you all grow up. Not now. Enter Lorenzo, Jessica and Salerio. Bassanio, Lorenzo and Salerio, welcome hither. Welcome. If that the youth of my new interest here have power to bid you welcome. If my newly achieved status of Portia belongs mine now, if I can hold claim, if I can claim over her properties, assets, everything, then I can welcome you on her behalf as well. By your leave, I bid my friends and countrymen, sweet Portia, welcome. With your permission, Portia, can I bid welcome to my friends here? So do I, my lord. They are entirely welcome. Of course, my lord. Please do welcome them. Lorenzo, I thank your honor. For my part, my lord, my purpose was not to have seen you here. By meeting with Salerio, by the way, I didn't want to come and meet you here. I came across Salerio. He convinced me to come here and pay you a visit. He didn't entreat me. He requested me to come here, to come with him along. Salerio, I did, my lord, and I have reason for it. Signy Antonio commends him to you. Signy Antonio, gentleman Antonio, sends his greetings to you. Comments means sending his greetings. Bassanio, I pray you tell me how my good friend doth. He opens the letter as well. Antonio gives a letter to Bassanio. He opens the letter. How my friend is doing. Salerio, not sick, my lord, and it is in my mind. Not sick, not physically sick, but mentally sick. Nor well, unless in mind. Is physically well, but mentally is not well. This letter there will show you his state. Bassanio opens the letter. And you know the texture, the color of his face changes. He becomes pale. Graciano, Narissa, cheer yon stranger. Greet the stranger there. They are my friends. Bid her welcome. Your hand, Salerio. What's the news from Venice? How doth that royal merchant good Antonio? How is the royal merchant Antonio doing? I know he will be glad of our success. We are the Jasons, we have won the fleece. Jason. Now, in Greek mythology, there were brother and sister, Phrixus and Helle. Alright? And there was an expedition in Colchis, which I'll be teaching you in the next session. In the meantime, your homework will be question number 7 and 8, answers to which will be provided. God bless you all. See you in a jiffy. All the best. Good morning, students. Let's come back to Merchant of Venice, page number 54, Act 3, Scene 2, Salerio speech, line number 241. Salerio, I would you had won the fleece that he had lost. He's saying that I think you have won the money, the wealth that Antonio has lost. Now he's giving reference to fleece. Now, as for Greek mythology, there was a person whose name was Jason. Okay, and the golden fleece. So he went to Colchis to win the golden fleece, the golden fur of the ram, with the help of Medea. What happened was that there was a brother, his name was Phrixus, and his sister's name was Helle. So both of them, they were being offered to god Zeus. God Zeus is the god of the Greek people, was the then god of the Greek people. They were offered as a sacrifice. To save themselves from being offered as sacrifice, they sat on the ram whose name was Chrysamelos. The name of the ram was Chrysamelos. They sat on that and they crossed over the sea. While they were crossing, Helle fell down in a strait and died in a spot that is known as Hellespont. Alright, Hellespont. Now what happened? Phrixus, he reaches there, he gives the ram to Poseidon, god of the sea. He gives the ram to Poseidon and saves himself. And later on, Poseidon gives it to King Actaeus. King Actaeus keeps that, or rather hung that ram on an oak tree. Okay? And in the secret grove of god Ares. In the secret garden of god Ares, he hung the ram. And later on, that ram is known as the constellation that you see in the sky, Aries. Clear? Now he is saying that as Jason won the golden fleece, the golden hair of the ram, he became rich. You are also doing the same thing now. You have won, but Antonio has lost all his wealth. Portia, there are some shrewd contents in yon same paper. I think there are some bitter contents. Shrewd. Here it means bitter. Actually, shrewd means cunning. But in the context of Shakespearean language, it means bitter. That steals the color from Bassanio's cheek. The content of the letter is so bad that Bassanio has become all pale. The texture of his cheeks is lost. He's become zapped. Some dear friend dead, it's nothing in the world could turn so much the constitution of any constant man. And he is reacting in a way, he's become so pale as a dear friend of him has died. What worse and worse, what worse situation has come upon you, Bassanio? With leave, Bassanio, with your permission, excuse me, tell me. I'm half yourself, I'm your better half, I'm your wife. And I must freely have the half of anything. So, you should share everything with me. I have the rights upon half of your life. That this same paper brings you, whatever this paper brings you, whatever news it brings to you, tell me. Bassanio, oh sweet Portia, here are a few of the unpleasant words that ever blotted paper. This paper is being stained with an ink, and the ink has written something very unpleasant that shatters my heart. Gentle lady, when I did first impart my love to you, when I professed my love to you, I freely told you all the wealth I had. I told you I'm a rich person. Ran in my veins that I was a bloody rich person. Richness runs in my blood. I was a gentleman. I was a noble man by birth. And then I told you true. Yeah, I told the truth to you, but I hid something. And yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, when telling you that I was rich, I'm not rich now, you shall see how much I was a braggart. When I told you I was a rich person and it ran in my blood, I boasted. I was being a braggart. B-R-A-G-G-A-R-T, braggart means to boast. Alright, to exaggerate something. Alright? When I told you my state was nothing, I should then have told you that I was worse than nothing. When I told you I was rich first, but not, then later on I became poor, I should have told you I was a not. I was a nullified man. I was a very poor man. For indeed I have engaged myself to a dear friend. I got engaged to a dear friend, Antonio. He took care of my wallet. He gave me all the riches, alright? Engaged my friend to his enemy, and by getting myself engaged to Antonio, by engaging Antonio into my financial affairs, I got Antonio engaged to his bitter enemy, who is Shylock. Remember the bond? A pound of thy flesh, alright? To feed my means, so that I could take care of my means. Here is a letter, lady, then. Paper is the body of my friend. This letter is the body of my friend. He's in a bad state. And everyone in a gaping wound. Each and every word in this letter is just like an open wound. Each and every word in this letter is just like an open wound. Because Antonio is suffering, he is in pain. Each and every word describes to me the state of his painful condition. Alright? Okay. Let's move on. Issuing life blood. And each and every word is symbolical of the drop of blood that's been coming out from Antonio's heart. But is it true Salerio had all his ventures failed? Salerio, tell me, had all his business interests failed? What, not one hit? Each and every ship got destroyed? From Tripolis, from Mexico, from England, from Lisbon, Barbary and India? And not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of merchant marine rocks? Did one vessel also was not saved from the destructive rocks? Salerio, not one, my lord. Besides, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the Jew, he would not take it. And I think he does not have money right now, otherwise he would have given the money to Shylock. Never did I know a creature that bare the shape of man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. I've never come across a person as greedy as Shylock, as interested to destroy Antonio as Shylock. He is all ready to confound Antonio. Confound means to destroy, ruin. Confound means to ruin. Okay, let's go on. Yeah, confound means to ruin. He plies the Duke at morning and night. He's going to the Duke, the law enforcer, kind of judge, to destroy Antonio, and doth impeach the freedom of the state. Is giving the excuse of the freedom of the state. As per the Venetian law, all the foreigners are entitled to the same rights as the Christians. So he's insisting upon the Duke to take care of that law and punish Antonio. The Duke himself and the magnificos means noblemen, all the noblemen have all persuaded with him, are all requesting him not to enforce the bond. But none can drive him from the envious plea. But he's got this malicious, evil claim to destroy Antonio. Jessica, when I was with him, I have heard him swear to Tubal and to Chus. When I was with him, he swore to Tubal and to Chus, two fellow Jews, his countrymen, that he would rather have Antonius' flesh than 20 times the value of the sum. That Shylock was interested in forfeiting the bond, he was interested in enforcing the bond more than getting 20 times the amount. And I know, my lord, if law, authority and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio. If law doesn't step in, Antonio will be hit hard. He'll suffer. Portia, is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble? So this is the same dear friend Antonio who is in trouble. We'll keep it up till here. We'll continue again in the next session. Your homework is question number 9 and 10. Study hard. All the best. Let's fight Corona. God bless you. Welcome back, students. We'll continue with Portia's speech. Act 3, Scene 2, page number 56. So, first Bassanio said, Portia said, is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble? So is your friend. This is the same dear friend Antonio who is in trouble. Bassanio, the dearest friend to me, the kindest man. The dearest friend to me, the kindest man who walked upon the earth. The best conditioned and unwearied spirit. The best conditioned person. The person who always likes to keep other people in good condition. Because the condition of his heart is very well. It's very good. An unwearied spirit. It's a tireless spirit. He never feels tired to help other people. He's a very good soul. In doing courtesies, he's an unwearied spirit. He's a tireless spirit in doing courtesies. In being well-mannered to other people. And one in whom the ancient Roman honor more appears than any that draws breath in Italy. And he's got the ancient Roman order bang on to him. He's a man of ancient Roman order. It's a proverb. It means a chivalrous man. A man who's loyal to his friends, a man who's loyal to his country, a man who is always respectful to women and his folks. Alright? Than any that draws breath in Italy. He's a man who's more of ancient Roman honor than any other man who's breathing in the country of Italy. Remember, Venice was a part of Italy, right? What sum owes he the Jew? Portia is asking. How much does he require to pay the Jew? Shall Bassanio, for me, 3,000 ducats. He owes for me, he needs to pay 3,000 ducats to the Jewish merchant Shai. Portia, what, no more? That's it? Just 3,000 ducats? Come on, boy. Pay him 6,000 and deface the bond. Pay him 6,000 ducats and deface the bond. Cancel the bond. Cancel, abandon the bond. Remember the bond of extracting a pound of Antonio's flesh if he fails to pay the sum. And then treble that. After paying him 6,000 ducats, treble the amount. Treble. Triple. Triple the amount. Pay him 6,000 ducats and triple the amount. Pay him 18,000 ducats. Who cares? Alright? Okay, she continues. Before a friend of this description shall lose a hair through Bassanio's fault, because I do not want a friend who you are describing in such good words should lose even a strand of his hair because of you, who's my husband. I do not want that. First go with me to church and call me wife, but before that, come to the church and call me your wife. Let's get married. And then away to Venice to your friend. First make me your wife, then go to Venice to your friend. Alright? Okay. So woman being woman. Alright. Let's come back. For never shall you lie by Portia's side. And then, because once you go to Venice, you're not lying with me on the bed. You will not be with me. I'll be all alone. So at least make me your wife. With an unquiet soul. And always remember that you must never be by my side with such a disturbed spirit. I do not want my husband to be by my side with a disturbed soul. Don't do that. You shall have gold to pay the petty debt 20 times over. I'll give you gold. Pay him the debt 20 times the amount. 3,000 ducats 20 times. Pay him the amount. Pay him 60,000 ducats. Who cares? When it is paid, bring your two friends along. When you have paid the debt, bring Antonio along with you. My men Nerissa and myself, meantime, will live as maids and widows. In the meantime, you will not be there, my husband. Graciano will not be there, Nerissa's husband. We will here stay like maids, unmarried women. We'll stay like widows. Husband's not there, we'll have a melancholic sad life here without your people. Come away, for you shall hence upon your wedding day bid your friends welcome. Come on, welcome your friends on your wedding day. Salario is there, Lorenzo is there. Show a merry cheer, cheer up, come on, be merry, be joyous. Since you are dear bought, I love you dear. And let me hear the letter of your friend. And I'll always love you. You are expensively bought, expensively not in terms of money. You are expensively purchased by me in terms of the love that I've given you. In terms of the love that I'm going to give you throughout your life. Bassanio reads the letter in the meantime. He opens the letter. Because Portia says, let me hear the letter of your friend. Read your letter. Read the letter that Antonio sent to you loud. Bassanio is reading. Antonio wrote this. Sweet Bassanio, my ship have all miscarried. All my ships have got destroyed. My creditors grow cruel. My creditors, people I owe money to, have become cruel now. They've become cruel-hearted. My estate is very low. My financial condition is very low right now. My properties are not in a good state. They are in a dire state. My bond to the Jew is forfeit. I'm not being able to take care of the bond. Jew is Shylock. The Jew, Shylock, is going to punish me now. He's going to penalize me legally. And since in paying it, it is impossible I should live, and since I cannot pay the amount, it's impossible for me to live anymore. All debts are cleared between you and I. There is no debt between you and me. I love you, my friend, and I know you love me too. If I might see you at my death, but yes, I would like to see you when I'm dying. Notwithstanding, use your pleasure, enjoy yourself. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter. If your love for me cannot compel you to come here, my letter should not compel you to come here too. Portia, oh love, dispatch all business and be gone. Come on, baby, come on, love, dispatch everything and go to your friend. Bassanio, since I have good leave to go away, I'll make haste, I'll hurriedly go to him till I come again. And last two sentences are not in your syllabus, it's not for you. So, like this, Act 3, Scene 3, Scene 2 comes to an end. We'll be starting off with Act 3, Scene 3 in a jiffy. God bless you all, take care.